Hi, I'm Mindy, the natural dyer at Henley Handmade. Welcome to our knitting chair chat. Today I'm giving you a fantastic guide. It is my ultimate list of summer knits. I shared with you last week my own personal summer knitting plans, which included knitting some sweaters. But what I neglected to point out or acknowledge, I suppose, is that not everyone wants to knit sweaters during the summertime, and portable, lightweight projects are probably the most ideal summer knit projects. So today I'm going to address that. So I have a pattern roundup for you. And if you would prefer to kind of scroll through these patterns at your own leisure and not listen and watch as I kind of go through each pattern, you can get the whole list on my website, on my blog, at henleyhandmade.com, and I'll go ahead and I'll pop the link on the screen here for you and put it in the description bar down below as well. So if you would prefer to just read it at your own leisure, then you can do that easily as well. So without further ado, let's start. Okay, so let's start with the obvious and talk about socks. In terms of lightweight and portability, they're hard to beat, really. So if you are new to knitting socks, or if you're just looking for a good, solid, basic pattern, I highly recommend Susan B. Anderson's How I Make My Socks. It's available for free. Susan does a really good job of communicating clearly how to make a basic pair of socks. So, socks only require one skein of yarn if you're knitting fingering weight and knitting in not super tall, knee socks. It's, I would say, maybe unusual to need more than one skein of yarn. So socks are really a great project for travel and summertime when you don't want something heavy sitting on your lap. Andrea Mowry's DRK Everyday Socks are also another excellent option. The ribbing definitely helps keep your socks in place better than a traditional stockinette stitch sock. And a personal favorite of mine, I've made more of these than I could count, are Hermione's Everyday Socks. And these are by Erica Luder. It's another great basic sock pattern, but with a little bit of texture that keeps the knitting a little more interesting than just plain stockinette. And also it adds a little more stability so that the socks stay up a little bit better. Now let's talk about shawls, because shawls are really kind of a year-round project for me. And when you choose a nice airy pattern such as this one, the Clapto Toss by Unique Creazioni, you can really, I think it would make a really, really great project for the summertime. This particular one is made from silk and fingering weight, and with all these nice loose, it looks like drop stitches. What a beautiful basic pattern that you could knit easily during the summertime, and it wouldn't feel like too much weight on you, and it wouldn't be too hot. Here is another really beautiful lightweight shawl, the Venezia shawl. And it's also a fingering weight. And I love the shape of this because not only does it make a great summer knit to create, but it's also a great summer knit to wear. It's just almost looks like a little shrug from the back here to keep your shoulders warm in the cooler evenings or early mornings. This is just a great little pattern, and in fact, I think I'm going to add this to my summer knit list because I love it so much. Here's another really great option. And it looks like it's another one that uses the drop stitch pattern. It's the Autumn Shawlette by Noma, and it is actually, I have one of these on my needles. I should probably pull it out and finish it. It's a one skein shawl and another just great lightweight option that isn't too complicated. I think that's maybe what I look for when I'm looking for summer knits. Usually summertime, I don't have super long stretches of knitting time. I'm picking up and putting down my stitches, my needles often. So something like this would be a great summer knit. This is the Generations shawl by Jessica A's. And what I love about this one is that it is one of those shawls that grows. So you start with just a few stitches, and there's the beautiful lace panel along the edge, but basically you're working stockinette. And it's also a great shawl that it just feels like you're making a lot of progress quickly because you start with so few stitches and then slowly add on, increase as you move along. I'm interested in trying this pattern myself. This is one that I mentioned last week when I talked through my own summer knitting plans, the reed shawl. So I wanted to be sure and include it. It's another great pattern because it has really great, the design is really great. You have a lot of basic garter stitch, but then there's just some interesting details that make it increase the interest level. And yeah, it just makes a really beautiful, beautiful pattern. So let's move on to toys. Knitting toys can be very gratifying, and because they are small, they are rather quick and make excellent projects for when it's warm out. And mm, depending on the pattern, may or may not be travel friendly, but because sometimes they can be a little fiddly sometimes. But and then of course maybe sometimes a lot of times you'll need some stuffing. So if you don't want to bring all that type of those that extra stuff with you in the car or traveling, then maybe it wouldn't be the best travel project. But they're certainly small and quick projects. There are a million different gnome projects out there on Ravelry. This one caught my eye because Gnome made gifts, and Sarah Shira, I believe that's how you say it, Shira, she has all sorts of fun gnome patterns out on Ravelry. All sorts of fun toy patterns, actually. But the reason this one caught my eye was because um, not only is there the gnome, but the gnome has so many adorable little accessories to go with it. It's so cute, so adorable. This, of course, is Christmas themed, but it doesn't have to be holiday themed. And it looks like it was part of a make-along. Just so much fun. Clara Garland also is very prolific in her pattern making on Ravelry. And this little frog is just so adorable. It would make a great summer knit. Not much, you don't need much yarn, and quick and gratifying. And you can also knit a little sweater for it. So adorable. This is another Susan B. Anderson pattern. These are Swaddle Pals. She has another version of these cute little animals as well. And again, it's just like you get to knit some adorable little animals and then a cute little swaddle to go with it. They're just so adorable. Ooh, little bunny getting wrapped up. they're just too cute. This is another one from Claire Garland, the baby penguin, and I actually got this pattern in the winter time, and I intended on making it because look at that. Oh my gosh. This is another animal that you can make a sweater for. How adorable is that? And again, penguins are definitely more of a winter, excuse me, a winter animal, but they exist year round. So, okay. Snooker the balloon dog. How can you not fall in love with this? Oh my goodness. So cute. You could, of course, make this in any yarn, any color. It's so adorable. I just fell in love with it when I saw it. Snooker the Balloon Dog by Jamie McCandless. Okay, we're moving on to baby or children knits. These make perfect projects, summer knit projects as well, because they're small. They're small and they're portable. And look at how adorable this baby bear balaclava is. Oh my goodness. It is just so, so cute. So adorable. The baby vertebrae. This is a pattern that I made for my own son, and I loved it so much that I made it in a newborn size, and I also made it in, I think, the 3-month size. And it was just perfect. It was perfect because it was adorable, for one, but also it was great because you didn't have to mess with any buttons. You didn't have to try to pull any sweater over a loose newborn neck. And because you can make several different, I'm pretty sure this pattern, included different sizes. Yarn requirements. 3 yarn weights to fit from birth to 2 years. Okay, so that's how she does it. They really grow with your baby. And the fingering the newborn one that I made for my son, I just knit the sleeves extra long, and I rolled them up a couple of times when he was newborn, and it just grew with him, and he wore it for a really long time. No list of any baby projects could skip the baby surprise jacket, of course, by our beloved Elizabeth Zimmerman. It's just such a cute pattern. It's just such a cute little pattern, and you can customize it in so many different ways. Adorable, adorable, adorable. The Small Things Romper and Sweater by Karina Spencer is another personal favorite of mine. I have made, oh goodness, I've made quite a few of these now. I think they're just so cute. So cute. I believe as the pattern is written, it does not come with a hood. I think the hood is a separate pattern, but the romper is just too cute for words, and it's also a fairly quick knit. Of course, we're talking baby size, child size, and it goes pretty quickly. I think I added some short rows to accommodate my son's cloth diapers. Need a little extra room there for the bulk of cloth diapers, but it wasn't hard to do. And if you actually, I'm sure I could look up how I did that. But it's such a cute pattern, and you can make it in all sorts of different types of yarn too. What do I mean by that? I mean, I made one in wool. I made one in cotton. Actually, I made several in cotton. It's a really flexible pattern, and you can use their different sleeve styles, or maybe I just did some ribbing for the sleeves. on some of mine, but such a great pattern. I just love this pattern so much. Okay, now I know that I talked about sweaters last week, but I think that I need to include a couple of sweaters in this list as well because you don't have to knit big, heavy wool sweaters in the summertime. You can knit in linens and cottons, and look at how beautiful this is. It's mainly stockinette, but it has this beautiful lace pattern, which not only would be a great knit to make or create for the summertime, but it'd also be a great knit to wear for the summertime as well. So this is Joni by Natasha Hornby. So beautiful. And here's another sweater. I think this one was also made from silk. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here we are. Knitting for All Pure Silk. This is the Cumulus Tee by Petite Knit. And look at how just easy breezy it is. There are so many amazing sweater patterns out there now that are not designed just for winter, fall, and spring wear. There are a lot of really great lightweight tee style sweater patterns that just they make great summer knitting. Okay, and the last category I have for you today is hats. So hats are an ideal project for when you're looking for something small. Of course, baby hats are even smaller, but I chose to go with adult-sized hats because they're not hot sitting in your lap, and they're enjoyable. They're as basic as you want them to be, all the way up to as complicated as you want them to be. So this one caught my eye. It's called the Grow Hat. Has these beautiful leaf motifs designed right into it. The Grow Hat by Fiber Tales. It's made from DK weight, and it's just it would make a beautiful summer knit. The Pressed Flowers hat. I know Amy Christoffers has a whole slew of pressed flower patterns now. And this hat would just be so much fun. It's mosaic knitting, so you have the interest of, changing your yarn, but you're never working multiple colorways at the same time. So each row is, is it mosaic? Oh, now I'm not quite so sure. In any case, it is a beautiful, super cute, under cat, super cute pattern. The Sea Glass Hat by Woolen Pine would be another great summer knit for you to use up all of your, not all of them probably, but at least some of your yarn ends, your little bits and bobs that you have left over. I believe this is a free pattern as well. This pattern is free, and you can make a small one, you can make an adult-sized one with whatever leftover yarn that you have in your stash. So this is a great pattern too. So the last one that I have for you, and I'll show you the book cover in a minute here, but a dear friend of mine actually sent me this book. It's called Knitting the National Parks by Nancy Bates. And she channels her love of the outdoors into fun hat patterns based on the national parks in the US. So here are some of the patterns. The book has 63 patterns in it, and they're each based on a national park in the US. So such a fun book. I mean, look at Glacier Bay. Oh my goodness. So Zion, here's Arches. I won't show you every single one, but because there are 63 of them. But it's such, there's the cover of the book. It's just such a beautiful publication. So there we have it. There are endless summer knit pattern options for you. But it really depends on your own knitting preferences. I love a mix of sweaters to especially get ready for the fall, along with some smaller projects like socks and maybe even a shawl. But unless you're, exclusively a blanket knitter or you only like knitting heavyweight sweaters, I think there's something in this list for just about every knitter out there, with a focus, of course, on projects that are lightweight and easy to pick up and put down and travel with. Those were the sort of the key elements I was looking for when I was looking for patterns for this list. So I hope this has inspired you to keep those knitting needles clicking and clacking away over the summer months. And just thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to check out my selection of naturally dyed US yarn, you can find that at Henley Handmade. If you're new to me and Henley Handmade, I'd love to give you a 20% off to try. So that link will be there down below for you as well. And if you're looking to join the most wonderful, friendly knitting community, I run a group called the Knit Mini Together community, and I would love for you to join us there as well. So I'll put the link for that down below as well. And lastly, if you enjoyed this, found some value in my roundup, my pattern roundup for you, would you please hit the like button? It really does help my little business gain some visibility. And if you would like to see more of the videos that I put out, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any more videos from me. And thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Have a warm and woolly day.